Nolene, obviously, first testament, you were looking to show the New Zealand public what you could do after a disappointing World Cup and to come out and lose to England. How disappointing is that for you?
Yeah, really disappointing. Disappointing for me, and I know would also be for the team. I think the second quarter we got killed a lot on ourselves as well in regards to the errors. Weren't able to turn over the ball defensively, got caught chasing. So it is definitely disappointing. I can't scramble those words.
And so in the second quarter, where do you feel that things went wrong? I mean, the attack, which was such a problem over in Cape Town, you know, there was too many lost ball again. Like, what do you sort of feel things sort of rambled for you?
Yeah, I was thinking actually at the back in Netball World Cup, I thought, I thought attacking was a wee bit better than I thought in Netball World Cup. I thought there was, when we had the good drives they were on, I thought in the circles, Mills was on fire in regards to putting the shot up. Just errors, you know, little errors, costly errors, individual errors that are costing us. On the flip side, I don't think defensively we got enough ball, and that's nearly with all the combinations that were out there. So, you know, we've really got to look at ourselves, see what we can do to add a bit more, dominance there. I thought also their speed, we were just one step behind on everything.
How much does that hurt though, the result? I mean, obviously you really wanted to turn the page after the World Cup and to come out and lose to the England team today. I mean, that must sting, that result.
It stings.
I mean, what was it like for you out there? I mean, obviously not the result the team wanted. I mean, how tough is that for you to say?
Yeah, definitely real gutted. We were really sure on coming out and putting a real stake in the ground on how we wanted to play and how we wanted to represent, you know, ourselves as a collective, and we just let ourselves down individually, and I think as a collective, you know. I mean, it's you can never put it down to one person or anything like that. I think it's all of us in there together. So yeah, but I think sometimes individually we have to be able to stand up and be able to just do our job even when it's hard.
So how do you turn it around for Wellington? Obviously it's a must-win game for the Ferns up there in Porirua on Wednesday. There's going to be some pretty honest conversations the next few days among the group.
Yeah, I think there is. I actually, I mean, like Noel said, we did it to ourselves. I think the energy that we had in the last quarter, we need that from the start. I was actually surprised that we didn't have that from the start, to be honest. We've got, I think I said in my interview after the game, we've got a young group who have heaps of energy. You know, like they're, that's what they bring. That's, you know, such a big part of their strength. So we just need to make sure that we see it out on court and that they can bring it as well. It's a really big thing for us, but we can't wait. We definitely can't wait.
And as captain, how hard is that for you, that result today? I mean, as you said, I mean, the Ferns really were looking to give something to the public here in New Zealand after the World Cup, and to come out and just show that performance, that must really hurt you. Yeah,
real devastating, to be honest. I mean, I'm pretty sick of being on the other end of those kind of interviews and you know, those kind of games. So yeah, definitely gutted, but we've got more to give in the team. I definitely believe that. I 100% believe that. We just have to rally the troops, really. We have to rally the troops, and we have to be able to stand up, and we have to be able to do the work.
No, can I just ask you, do you feel you gave him enough respect? There was no, you didn't underestimate him coming into this test and something like that?
No, I think you know, we can wallow about us, but I think also we've got to give credit to England. Yeah. Showed their been together for 8 weeks or 6 weeks and been in a centralised program. So kudos, showed their hunger, plus also their lines. I thought was very crispy. So once again, you know, we just weren't good enough on the day. We're saying exactly the same things that we have been saying, and unfortunately we're not learning. So we'd have to feel the pain more until we play the next game, which is Test 2, and have that other opportunity. So it's what it's all about.
Can I ask just one more? Just, I mean, with Wellington, I mean, some of these players need to step up. I mean, looking ahead to Constellation Cup, I mean, we're going to have to make some pretty tough selection calls if some of these players aren't fronting. Yeah,
I mean, this is what we got. You know, so I mean, I can't pull anything else out of anywhere else. So, and they're very proud about who they are and about representing Silver Ferns. And there's still that level of learning that we've got to be able to do, that ruthlessness, that competitive edge, that hardness that we just don't have at the moment. So, you know, we will continue to feel the disappointment and the hurt by putting product out there like that. And if we have to continue doing that, and, you know, there must be a time where we've got to be able to stand up. So we can only be accountable for our actions, and everybody apart from Mills and, who was that? Everyone got on. Yeah, everyone got on. So this is the best that we have, right, in New Zealand. So we've got to support them, and we know we'll take it on the chin, and we've got to keep going.
What was it in that second quarter that changed the game so much?
Errors, definitely, soft errors. Misconnection, I think, between our feeders at times into the circle, because it's quite hard one-on-one in the circle, so the ability just to hold the ball, give them breathing space, but also the timing of that as well. I think defensively we just didn't put enough pressure off from the centre pass, and got caught on the back foot and got caught chasing. I thought there were moments where we had the rebound, but we didn't get the rebounds either. So those little 1%ers that people need to do in their job at times are eluding us. And our ability to consistently do it from time, every minute, every second, is at this stage still needs work on.
Defence is such a strong part of your game. Why just it didn't click today?
Yeah, defence is defence, defence. In Netball World Cup, I thought we were awesome and we were able to turn ball over. I just feel, I don't know, to be honest. I think mentally we've got to go back. I still feel we have a clear understanding of what we need to do. The gap between doing it and knowing that we did it instead of saying the same things is an area that we need to improve on. So we were beaten, and we just have to get ready for Test 2.
Is it easy fixes, Nolan? I mean, is it all there and is it easy fixes because you've got such a quick turnaround?
It would have to be, yeah. I think, if you had the heart and you had the passion and you have the desire, I think that's an area, once again, with just our urgency, our level, when the ball gets turned over, where do you go, just the urgency to lift the clip up. Sometimes you can control those things really easy, so the collective energy is really strong. I don't want to dump on our lot because, we got to be confident going out there, and we've got to know that the good times and the not good times is part of being a high performance athlete and a coach as well. So I think it's easy. I feel there's areas that, we will talk about, but once again, we've got to be able to back that up with action.
Largely unknown England defenders compared to some of the usual suspects we've seen in the past?
Yeah, I think for us, when the team obviously was named, obviously not as well known as we would have expected, but we did our homework. We watched clips. We did everything that we could have done. But there's also an element of not having played them as much. So I think we prepared as well as we could, and we knew what they were going to do. It was just finding the rhythm, when you've got someone hard on your back and kind of riding you. Both between when you're that player being, with somebody on you, and then where can the ball go when the ball has to go. Sometimes you have to give the ball to get somebody else off their back. So it's just those little learnings. Lots of our girls haven't played as much time against a really hard man-on kind of defensive style. So sometimes it really does change the pace, but sometimes there's still places that we can definitely take the advantage. So I definitely think that we can be a bit better in that space.
In terms of, as it's been mentioned, the turnovers throughout the game were obviously a bit of frustration, but in that fourth quarter, you guys actually gave away the least amount of penalties throughout the game. Is that really pleasing that when the game was getting a bit closer, that actually there were some moments where you could actually just stick to what you needed to do?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's also frustrating, I think, as well. That that fourth quarter. I mean, as I said before, the energy from us was really good. That's 100% what we need from the start. And when I feel like it's the same old story. Like when we're in it, we're really in it. But sometimes when we're off the mark, we're really off the mark. We just have to be able to put our foot down right from the start and know that we have to stay neck and neck to be able to push forward. We can't let more than we can't let more than one slip. That's sometimes a bit of a spiral for us, but we can't afford to do that. So yeah, I think we can take heart from the fact that we stood up a bit more when it was getting a bit closer, and I think that that's the hunger that the group does have. We can't wait. You can't do that in the last quarter.
And just lastly, what did you see from Mila when you made that change?
Yeah, I thought she added a bit of spark. I thought she organised the attack end really well. I thought she had a good feel of the ball, plus also the game, and I thought she changed it up quite nicely, so really pleased about that. I think there was a moment where we turned over the ball, we were only down by, or they turned over the ball, and those moments, once again, all we needed to do was take it down and we sort of freeze, so these things present at certain times our ability to execute. eludes us. But I thought the changes, when they did come on, the changes went really well. So that was pleasing.